Hey everybody, welcome to another MerlinCast. I've got Troll back with me once again. We're going to do kind of an impromptu thing because, we have podcasts and we talk about nerdy things. And we kind of decided one topic we want to definitely discuss, though, if nothing else, is Stranger Things Season 2 because we both got caught up on it. Mm-hmm. Troll, what'd you think about it, man?
I really liked it. I liked the new monster, the mind player. I like the weird tunnel shit that was going on. I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, the weird, the vines and stuff out of the town. Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I really liked Hopper and Eleven.
Mm-hmm. Their stories.
I less like the whole. Well, first of all, I wish Eleven and the kids actually interacted more, but I understand it was a necessary evil for the story.
Yeah. I don't know. That was actually one of my biggest issues with it, to be honest, was that, Eleven kind of went off and did her own thing. Mm-hmm. But in the first season, she kind of was like the center of the story.
Yeah.
And this time I'm like, really, she was just kind of a plot device to solve everything at the end, because she basically does save everybody. And I liked the development of her character, but she was kind of like in a different show.
The only time I felt like she was really in a different show was that one episode where she meets 8.
When she went and found the other girl
Callie,
and learned about the other powers with those outcast kids, young people. And yeah, I mean, I wish there would have been more of that, honestly.
Also, another thing kind of fell kind of flat for me was Nancy and what's his name, Will's brother. Like their subplot kind of fell a little flat for me.
I mean, yeah.
Their subplot was like, we need the answer to the Tumblr people who are like, justice for
Barbara,
yeah.
Barbara, and so we're going to take down the lab. And even after finding out that there might actually be good done, they're like, well, we're going to take them down anyway.
Yeah.
Which the guys, I mean, I can understand why they might be upset, but clearly the people there aren't quite as evil as last time.
Clearly the people who are responsible for it are all fucking dead.
They're all dead.
Well, the only thing we really have a problem with is that her family is holding on to hope when there is none.
Yeah.
But you go back to this, like, government guys, just give them, like, some sort of story to explain what happened to it.
Story, and you got to tell them the truth. Hey, this is what happened. Maybe they can give them a little money to shut them up. That's much easier than, than taking down the entire lab.
Then working with the weird conspiracy guy.
I kind of like the conspiracy guy, though. I wanted to ask you, when they went to his hideout, did you think he was being a little creepy?
I think that was the point. I think the guy was supposed to be kind of creepy, but it's kind of weird that he was like this. It's like, I can tell you two are actually like
he was
romantically involved or like destined to be together, but it's completely out of left field for you, buddy.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like, is that part of your senses as well?
And then they just hooked up, which whatever went from the first season.
Yeah, that's fine, but
what was most interesting about those two hooking up was kind of set Steve on a weird path where he hooked up with Dustin and they kind of like broke. Older brother romance.
Honestly, that was one of the things I really liked in comparison from the first season. Is I don't, you probably remember in the first season I hated him. I thought he was honestly an ass. He was like a minor antagonist for the first season, but he kind of grew.
But then he comes back to help him with the monster, and that's where the character makes a giant turn.
And really like kind of being that mentor for Dustin. I really like him. He's actually one of my favorite characters now, and he's kind of badass. He's willing to go in there with his club, and he's cool. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
And I like that growth.
It's his ass beat by Billy there, which I find kind of hard to believe. Like, this guy can fight off monsters. This one kid just beats the shit out of him.
Oh, and you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because that guy, Max's older brother.
Oh, that guy's so creepy.
He was really evil. And, like they really built him up, and I thought he was also a good villain. But then they kind of bring it in where they try to make him a little more sympathetic by figuring out
why. They just show why he was like he is.
Yeah,
which I thought was an interesting way to go. It made you kind of look at the character a little bit different. But then the scene immediately after where he's such an evil prick.
It's almost like it overwrites it. So I'm like, okay.
Well, both are true at the same time. This just makes the character slightly more complicated than it would have been beforehand.
A little bit, which is why I kind of hope that in the next season they can flesh it out. Because I kind of felt like that whole storyline.
Well, he's still there. Max is still a character in the show, and he's still going to be there, even though now he's wisely kind of
staying away from her now.
Staying away from her a good bit after, after like what her standing up to him for. But I kind of want him to actually like. What I kind of want to happen is kind of the opposite of seeing. I want him to like run into a monster and run away screaming with his tail between his legs. Because I don't want him to be redeemed. Like we already had Steve. We already had Steve redeemed. I don't need Billy redeemed. Bill is a dick.
To be honest, if they're channeling Stephen King, a lot of times there is that one bully that is like a psychopath.
Yeah.
I'd like that one kid to be the villain in addition to the monster. Like maybe it taps into him and feeds into his evil, because that's kind of something they could possibly do.
That's something they could do for the one. Like he's the avatar of the Mind Flayer or something.
Something like that. That'd be kind of cool. I'd be down for that.
I liked the ending at the... First of all, I like the ending in Snowball, how like the two kids hook up and the one kid doesn't, but Nancy goes and befriends the kid.
The ending, yeah.
And at the very end when it's like, I'll be watching you as play, and then you see just fucking Mind Flayer watching them from the upside down. It's pretty cool.
Dude, the Lovecraftian Cthulhu like vibes and the whole dimension is just real strong. For sure, and I'll be honest, man. And I'm sure a lot of people could probably relate to this. I think that's one of the great strengths of the show is not just the '80s throwback, but how human everything is and how believable the situations are. Like these kids in middle school, the dance, everyone's been there in those awkward situations, and to see everybody kind of have their little moment and all the interactions, I thought that was good. Like Dustin, I love Dustin. I thought that was great. Like you're almost like really sad for the kid by the end, but then in a way he kind of wins at the end. I think that's cool.
I will say I like the second half of it more than the first half. Like the first few episodes took a while to get to me, to get me invested into it. I gotta say.
Well, why did it take you a little bit longer this time? Was it less of a mystery, less horror this time around?
Maybe there's that. Maybe there's the fact that for the first little bit, it's like it was just a party kind of splitting up.
Yeah, don't split the party.
For the first little bit, it's kind of lost me until like stuff actually started happening. Didn't get me to it because there's characters not acting like themselves.
Yeah, a little bit. And I will be honest, I did think that a couple of the characters didn't get quite as much time as they could have because they were all split off and new characters being introduced. Personally, I don't know. That's what I thought.
Also, the beginning thing of Dust, like once him and Steve hook up, I'm really involved with Dustin. I really like him a lot. I like the character in general, but beginning of the season, I'm like,
idiot.
Yeah, you sure fucking idiot. Because look, I knew like even if you take out what you saw from the end of the first season, I knew this fucking thing was a baby Demogorgon. There's nothing else this fucking thing could be.
And if it is something else, it's evil. It's from the other dimension.
It's like, it's not any of the science things. Like, fuckers, you've had contact with another fucking dimension. What the fuck do you think this thing is?
I think with all his D&D knowledge and the fact that he is kind of the one that's the most afraid of, you think, why would he be the one to go into that? I mean,
it does have a funny payoff with Dart later on, I guess. But
I kind of wish they had done something more with that to kind of have the Demogorgon that has the connection to the human that wasn't 100% evil. Like, I kind of liked that. Like, maybe they could have turned it against them. He could have been a mount, a friend. That could have been interesting. But that might be it for that.
Yeah.
That's
obviously dead at the end of it once.
Yeah.
For some reason, those ones die when they get cut off from the thing.
It's kind of like a hive mind, I guess, where they were all falling into the hole.
The first one didn't seem to be like part of the hive mind.
No. That's why I kind of honestly wondered if it was going to be something else, because the Demogorgon was such a threatening creature in the first one, you almost wonder if it was like a different thing.
It's definitely the same thing. Maybe it's because they're younger.
Maybe they're not as intelligent.
Maybe they're not as intelligent. Maybe they can't survive on our plane because they're so young without the connection to the Mind Flayer. This is me just fan winking.
No.
By the way, so the show doesn't give us much of a reason.
Do you think that the Mind Flayer is that?
I don't think that had control of the first Demogorgon.
I was kind of almost wondering if it was something separate, because they kind of like touched on all these different things. It reminds me a lot of the Black Oil from the X-Files, where they just kind of catch all. Like you've got the Demogorgons, you've got that individual one, you've got the Mind Flayer, you've also got the dimensional walls and the vines. Like you've got the thing that goes inside of him, which could be the Mind Flayer, but is it all the same? Are they all connected? Are they different things? Like
I'm pretty sure the gas thing is the Mind Flayer, and that's what took over Will.
Yeah.
And I think the first Demogorgon was just kind of stumbled onto this shit. like our dimension, and that's what got the attention of Mind Flayer. Eventually Mind Flayer was like, what the fuck is that guy over there? And I think it just take over shit from the Upside Down. So it took over those
things,
baby Demogorgons.
So you think it's a separate entity? Then it's not just like the ultimate form of a Demogorgon.
Yeah, I think it's just a separate entity. It took over the Demogorgons, but once it got cut off from, it killed them.
You know, I'm just kind of knowing what this stuff is sort of based on and the vibe that's going for it. Yeah. Do you think it's possible that it could be almost like a dark version of one of the characters, maybe, or the evil of the town, something metaphysical like that? Or
I think they're going for more of a Lovecraftian
thing.
Angle on that one.
Okay. So you think it might truly be otherworldly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm really interested. What the fuck else also lives in the Upside Down? Because right now we just have Demogorgons and Mind Flayer, but it's an entire fucking realm. There must be shit in there.
The whole
what the hell was the
plants?
Yeah, the weird tentacle shit underground.
That seemed like a separate thing.
It's like something that
the plants that shot out like the powder and stuff. Yeah.
And killed everything along the way. It was definitely something that the Mind Flayer was causing half of. I'm not 100% sure it was part. Like, it was definitely connected to it because it got hurt when it got on fire, but...
Is it the same thing?
Yeah, I think it's just something else that's connected to. So what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I hope it's one of those things that... Well, I don't know. I hate it when they give too many answers sometimes. Yeah. Because if it's Lovecrafty, you don't want to go too deep.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder how they're going to beat it if it really is still trying to come through.
I thought that was really cool, too, like when Hopper first goes down there, the camera
turns down and then flips.
Shows that the Upside Down's coming. Like, maybe that's all it is, just the thing wants to, like, spread the Upside Down to our...
Just kind of, like, absorb the world so it can be more powerful, something like that. That's what they're always trying to do, is break through in Lovecrafty and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
When Hopper went down, though, man, that was one of the most tense ones. Like, why did you get out of there? Why didn't you get back up? Come on, man. That was really intense.
Well, you've seen his deputies, like,
they're pretty incompetent.
They're rather incompetent.
Like, the one guy is dumb, the other guy just doesn't care. Did you like Samwise, Bob the Brain? How'd you feel about his character? I like that guy.
I didn't like him at first, and then he grew on me. Like, well, he's Samwise at first, he grew on me, but I believe I watched I've watched a couple episodes of Beyond Stranger Things where they just do interviews talk about it. And the one guy said what I thought. Like, at first I thought, it's like, is he a bad guy? Like, is he secretly working for, like,
That's what I was wondering for a bit. Like, he's too good. He seems too nice.
Yeah. But no, he's just
a nice guy.
And, oh, man, when he got it, it's, like, no. This whole thing's spoilers. But when he got it, it was very...
Saddening.
It was so sad.
He's gone. And you know, it's one of those things like...
Another bad thing that happened at that moment.
But you know, that's the thing though, is that all things considered, even though there have been some losses, 2 whole seasons and no, like, main characters have really died yet. Not really. So I'm wondering who's going to bite the dust. You know, who do you think the first person they might sacrifice in the next season? Because they can't have it going on too long. I don't think.
It's only going for 4 seasons, I think.
Okay.
I think they have planned for 4 seasons. At that point, like, I don't know. I'd like to hope that that Eleven or Jane and Mike go off and live happily ever after. They're so cute together. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't want anyone to do that.
I know you don't want to, but you know, someone's gotta get axed.
By the time someone might Hopper maybe.
I have a feeling he's gonna die. They're building him up, man.
Because Hopper is such the leader, dad figure.
The mentor.
What I really want to see next season when shit starts happening, like, everyone's like, all right, we all know about the Upside Down, some shit's happening, we all gotta, like, converge and talk and shit. Because this one was very much about not having that shit happen. Throughout the entire season, just no one working together.
No, everyone's trying to do their own thing.
Trying to do their own thing. I hope next season they're over that shit. It's like, look, shit's going down.
Take them out.
It's like, circle the wagons, we gotta work together.
Get the whole town. Let's get the guns. There's stuff here, we gotta do something.
That'd be cool, because right now it's still isolated to, like, our main characters. It'd be interesting if it explodes outwards, the entire town has to deal with it. They might say that for season 4.
That sounds like a good conclusion to go
with. But, that might be something that happen in the future.
No, man, definitely. What do you think about the fact that they were suggesting Matthew Modine might be alive, Eleven's dad?
Pretty sure he's dead.
But there was the one guy they encountered that he's allowed to use information, or were they?
I think he might be. The last time you see this guy, he's getting knocked down by Demogorgon. Like the idea that guy is alive is a little weird.
Well, it was something that when we were watching, and I kind of realized. But you know how there are kind of two different stories with the show. I mean, you've got all the stuff with the Upside Down and the Demogorgons, the other dimension. But then you've got 11 and all the experiments with the psychic kids. They imply they're connected, but they haven't really explained that yet.
Well, the connection is that 11 is the one that made contact with Demogorgon, and that contact allowed it to come into our world.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think, I guess maybe because it has other powers, that's how they get them, but I'd like to learn more.
That could be a fucking spin-off, just following like one of the numbered kids.
Yeah, and what they can do, because they're already playing with the different kinds of mind
powers. Callie, aka number 8,
with the visions.
The show.
Yeah.
Certainly was a few things, like, if 11 had left with her, that would have been a completely different spin-off show.
Oh yeah, totally. But thankfully
she came back. She's awesome. I love her on the show. Like having Collie, like that's something they could do next season. Like her friends are on the run, so they come to like hang out in town, and like Ted has to like try to help them and also try to like keep them safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that could be like a cool thing they do. Like 11 going to school
that would be all kinds of awesome things I could see happening.
Definitely interesting. Also, her and Mike are definitely boyfriend girlfriend, so that might be some interesting things to happen. Like just imagine like 11 meeting like Mike's parents.
Oh,
Mike's parents are just
going out for a date or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like and just Mike's parents like. They have to find out at some point. Like, I guarantee you they might be the very, very last to find out. But it has to happen at some point.
They can't be oblivious throughout the rest of the show because they missed a lot.
They missed everything.
You're right. No, having her integrated more into everybody's lives and being less of a secret now that she's got the protection a year later, yeah, they could do that more. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, Hopper and what's Winona Ryder's character?
Just call it Winona Ryder. I forget her name.
Hopper and Winona Ryder also, like, I saw some chemistry. Like, I think the two actors are actually dating in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I might be wrong, but I think they're actually dating in real life. So if those two, like, I could see them hooking up, and then like Will's technically 11's brother. Then if like it goes far enough, which would be some interesting dynamic to for the party.
Definitely make things kind of complicated. That's for sure. Yeah, man. What do you think you'll expect for next season?
Well, I like the fact they didn't kill off the Mind Flayer. They just kind of like cut it off, so it's still there. It still has, and one of the things they were saying beyond Stranger Things, like the first one was just kind of an animal. It was like a shark that attacked from like another dimension.
Yeah. Like
the Mind Flayer is a thinking creature. It has plans and shit.
That's scary, man.
So, what the fuck this thing? Because this thing's watching. It's like, okay, these fucking kids are the things I gotta deal with, especially like 11. So, what kind of plans it has? Like, what shit can it send after them next? I think it's going to be an interesting
thing to do. I think it might get, I mean, it's already gotten pretty dark with the show. I think it's going to get darker.
I
think it's going to get darker. Yeah, man. Oh, and how about all the references too, man?
Yeah.
So many references this time. I think
this one takes place in 1986, I believe.
4 actually, because
84.
It was. Remember they showed the first Terminator in theaters. That was 84.
Well, Ghostbusters is this one.
And 84 as well.
84.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has a year passed between two? I think a year's passed.
Yeah, the last one was 83, which is why they were all talking, I guess, about Star Wars, Wrath of Khan, and all that stuff.
If they go year by year and they end on season 4 and it ends in 1986, the year I was born.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that'd be kind of cool.
But, yeah, it's such a cool show. It's cool shit going on. But, yeah, next season I really want them to, like, have, like, the group, like, come together when shit starts instead of, like, splintering apart.
Yeah, I hope you're right. Working on uniting, and then maybe in the last season have like a big brawl, like take everybody
the entire town.
Kind of like a Buffy Angel sort of thing. Let's go into the Hellmouth, so to speak, and fight the monsters.
Yeah, that's nostalgic by this point. Fuck it, throw that in there.
Why not? Sure. Yeah, man. I guess that's Stranger Things. I know we were going to try and keep it a little bit shorter. But I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about quick? Any other topics? Anything weird worth coming up, discussing?
Flash is still good. Have you caught up on Flash yet?
Man, I'm behind on Flash, but I think you told me you're watching the new season. You said you liked it better than the last one, I think?
Yeah, it has a different feel to it. The last one got really dark.
Mm-hmm.
And really like splitting the group up a lot because of the fuck up Barry did.
Mm-hmm. More time travel stuff?
Yeah, that was last season. This season it was less about that and more about them getting Barry back from what happened to him last season. And that created some other shit. I do like their villain this time better because the last villain was another speedster. This villain is the Mad Thinker.
So he's if I remember correctly, isn't he like just a mad scientist type dude?
He's a mad scientist type dude. He's got like shit plugged into his brain. Last episode you saw that he has like a hover chair that he can fly out and shoot people with, which at least is something new.
No, it's not. You're right. I know that you've been really kind of mad about just all the opposite speedster stuff.
Like the first 2 times it was great. Third 2 times was really push.
Well, and I believe Mad Thinker, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, is he originally a Superman villain?
I believe he's originally a Flash villain.
He really was a Flash villain? Okay. I feel like he's fought Superman, but he probably has everybody.
Yeah.
Actually, on that note, in a couple weeks we'll probably see it. We just saw Thor, obviously.
Yeah.
Couple weeks, man. Justice League.
Yeah. It can only impress me.
Because we've been waiting for it for years. But you've said that. Is that just your feeling? Because the movies have been just so underwhelming.
I was one of the guys who didn't give like Wonder Woman all praise when I saw it. I liked Wonder Woman. I liked especially Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything about Ares sucked. And I wasn't able to let the movie all fly out, especially since most of it happened at the end.
True.
And it fucked over future Wonder Woman stories of how they did it.
Yeah, I guess getting rid of all the gods does kind of limit her villains.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't hold back on that. Like Skylar hated my brother, Lesser Troll, hated it even more than I did. He gave it like an F because of it. The ending.
Man,
yeah,
it's harsh.
So I gave that. I think I gave it like a C or a C minus. Yeah, just because most of it was good, but the ending was bad, and the ending was bad. I don't care what anyone says. The ending was bad.
I will admit the Ares stuff wasn't one handed. The last fight was lame. There wasn't great.
And it was him. It's like I don't feed the power of love. Like you just threw his lightning back at him and killed him. Don't try to bullshit this.
Well, they've always got to fit the power of love in there somewhere. I don't know. I enjoyed it more than you did, I guess. But I do agree it has problems. I still think it's probably the best of the DC movies thus far.
Yeah, but could you really say it was better than any of the Marvel movies?
Probably not. It's probably on par with
any of the memorable Iron movies.
No, I mean the best Marvel movies are still better than Wonder Woman. I mean, heck, I'll be honest. I still kind of like Man of Steel. I know people give that one crap, but I enjoyed it. But that feels like so long ago now, even as a foundation. And they kind of messed Superman up.
They just don't know how to do Superman at all, and they're bringing Superman back in the Justice League.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so bringing him back in the Justice League, I don't think they'll do him any better in Justice League than they've done because others. They just don't get Superman. And here's the thing with Superman. Superman is not Jesus, first of all. They seem to think Superman is a Jesus who punches people to death.
He's not like Moses, technically, if you want to go for biblical references.
Yeah, but he's Archie with Superman. That's who he is. Superman is just a really, really nice guy who happens to have powers of a living god. Like, if Superman did have his powers, he's still a guy that you could ask help you move, and he would come and do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you invite him to a Super Bowl party, he'd bring a six-pack. He's that type of guy.
Yeah.
And that's something that they have not been able to bring across.
No, he's a simple, everyman, country boy, just, good heart, simple, good morals. He's a good guy.
A lot of people might think that's boring, but trust me, it'd be a lot more entertaining than the version that we've got, who just floats backwards in slow motion and vaguely cross-leg shape.
I mean, it's kind of funny how his characters evolve because he really just started off being like this good guy, and he is definitely someone to look up to, but it's like he's evolved into almost like this saintly figure in all these movies.
Yeah.
I mean, well, how do you think the Christopher Reeve movie did a better job with that?
Because he was just a good guy in those.
Yeah, he was just a good guy that happened to have powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, And another thing, Superman is like most of the time he doesn't even really like fight. He'd rather just like save people from stuff or talk it out, and he never like hits them with 100%.
No, that's the cool thing about
like
Superman,
everyone's like, oh, Superman can just throw you into the sun. He never throws anything.
Because Superman is the archetypical good superhero. Yeah. He doesn't want to kill people. He wants to save you. If he could, he'd probably talk to Darkseid and be like, hey, what's your deal, man?
So I do like the DC anime version where he eventually got to the point. Fuck that guy.
True, but remember at that point, that's years of fighting.
Yeah, like I said, he is a guy, so he does have points where he goes. He's human.
He's a human being.
Yeah.
Well, not technically, but he's human.
Heart and soul. He's a human being.
He's a person. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not like just pure good either. He's like a person. Mm-hmm. Which they also need to get across, but I don't think the movies have done a good job of that either.
Why do you think the biggest problem has been with that? Because they try to make him more human. I know they try to make him like darker and I guess more conflicted than usual. Is that what they've been trying to do?
I don't fucking know what they've been trying to do with this character. He just seems they keep trying to put that he was saint-like and like no one on Earth liked him because he's tragic and shit, but like
people always love Superman generally. That he's the likable one.
Well, they had a reason for him not liking because at the end, Man of Steel fucks over the entire goddamn city.
Honestly, my biggest problem with those movies really is not really so much with Superman. It's something directly connected to Supes, and that's his parents. The way they're handled, because his father giving him messages, and then his mom, even in the next movie, was literally told him do this or do that. Like,
usually, all of these people think I'm like. But great power, great responsibility.
Spider-Man said it best. Oh, man.
Yeah, just do not get Superman or any of his characters, really.
I want Brainiac. Can we just get more villains? More different villains from the fight?
How has he not fought Brainiac in a movie yet?
I don't know. You'd think that would have been like the next go-to guy. I mean, that's...
it took him a while to get Batman to fight Ra's al Ghul, but, he fought other villains other than the Joker.
Yeah. Actually, Batman's gone through a pretty good amount of his rogues gallery, for better or worse.
They fucked up a lot of them.
But they're there. Now you're right. Superman...
And Lex Luthor was so
bad. I blocked it out.
It's like, oh, man, I still like Man of Steel. Lex Luthor, oh, God. Yeah, he wasn't in Man of Steel.
He was in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. That great movie. You want to know something sad? When Film Fanatics was still going, we watched the director's cut, and the sad thing is that the director's cut does solve a lot of those problems. Like, it actually explains like Lois.
Did make the movie any better? Did
it made it a teeny bit better, but not really, because it added on like an extra 45 minutes or something, and this was like a 3-hour movie or something like that. I'm like,
guys, you have Batman. Just watch what the cartoon did and do that. I'm sorry, but at this point, the DC Animated Universe is one of the best series of cartoons that any fan could ever ask for. A lot of people consider it the best version of these characters. Fucking watch that. Make a movie like that.
That's the thing I don't. And we've been saying it for years, honestly. But really, I mean, if you want to get into the DC stuff, and a lot of times when I talk to people, everyone's exposed to Marvel movies.
And they're like, well, you can't just do all the superheroes movie. Yeah, you can. Watch the first 2 episodes just like fucking do that.
It's not even that. I think it might just be because it's animated. But literally, most people are exposed to Marvel because of the movies, and generally they're very good. So people are like, man, Marvel. I'm a Marvel person. You like DC, and people mostly what they know are probably the recent movies. But if you know about the cartoons, you see the potential for how good they can be too.
Yeah.
But why don't they just copy some of these episodes? It's not that hard.
Yeah, or fuck the comics.
Yeah, or the comics themselves, exactly.
I think the unfortunate fact is that these movies start to come out during the New 52 era. New 52 sucks, and you can feel a lot of the shittiness in the fucking movies.
Yeah, the Cyborg being in there, and Jeff Johns is, I think, behind a lot of the production too.
All the shittiness from Wonder Woman, I think, came from New 52 shit.
Which sucks because apparently the comics are past it.
Yeah, because they had to admit that it sucked and no one liked it. But her being Zeus's daughter, the whole Ares being an old man thing, all that from New 52.
Oh man. Well, you're right. I guess it can only impress us. I mean, you like Batfleck, right?
Yeah, they casted a really good Batman, a really good Wonder Woman. They say you put them in good fucking movies.
That is the goal. Oh man.
Like great casting. Get you far, but you still need to pull him in good fucking movies. Like Halle Berry was not a bad choice for Catwoman. She was in a really shitty Catwoman.
Oh
movie.
no, she's a good actress. She won like an Academy Award after that, and then she just picked a bad script and a rough director, and that movie was not good. Oh, Catwoman's so bad. Oh,
It's not Halle Berry's fault.
no, it's not. I mean, it was just a bad project that did not come together well at all. Yeah, man. Any final thoughts or anything? Anything else you want to talk about, quick?
Black Panther.
I'm hyped for Black Panther. I think the action alone has me sold.
I really like the art side of the movie. I'm not like big on Black Panther, the character.
Me neither, really.
Like the few versions I've seen of him in cartoons, he's been like the lamest character in the
I
roster.
remember we watched.
But I've seen some like cool like comics with him. And, like apparently during the Skrull invasion thing, he apparently just had a bunch of Skrull heads on pikes outside his fucking castle. I'm like, that's pretty fucking metal.
No, Black Panther is a cool character. He's pretty badass. Unfortunately,
he somehow got married to Storm for a little bit.
Yeah, not anymore, I think. But I mean, I remember my primary exposure to him was that Earth's Mightiest Avengers. He was like the guy that was really badass, but he also didn't have much character to him.
Yeah,
so he's kind of forgettable.
Hi, I'm Black Panther. I'm here.
Yeah, but I mean, what we've seen him in the movies so far, he's a really interesting guy.
Yeah. He's interesting. He's very cocksure, kind of a dick, which would be interesting to see.
A little
like
bit.
a lot of Marvel characters kind of start out as kind of a dick.
But remember, at the end of War,
he had his dickishness mostly taken care of in Civil War, so it'd be interesting to see where.
I just like the fact that he's this guy with a really deep-seated, stoic sense of honor. Like it's just everything is really serious to him. And I like that because most of the Marvel characters are very jokey.
Yeah.
He seems like a really serious one. I like that.
Once again, it kind of gets brought down by the fact that the bad guy has his own Black Panther suit.
Yeah, that's true. It's another one of those.
But it does seem like he has a few of his other villains in there. Like, I think the White Ape guy is in at least one shot.
Yeah.
And Claw's definitely in it with his weird
arm thing.
I don't think he's going to be made out of sound like he is in the comics.
That was that's what happens to him eventually, yeah. That was Claw.
I don't think that's happening, but it might be. They have Andy Serkis. They can do CGI with him.
Yeah, and they can make him sound... Well, Andy Serkis is getting a lot more work, which is always great.
Andy Serkis is fucking amazing.
He's really... It blows my mind, actually. I'm glad he's getting a bit more roles that are behind, actually live action versus CGI, because...
His face is just so expressive.
We see him in the Marvel movies, so I'm like, I can't believe that's Gollum. It's crazy.
Gollum, it's the Caesar from
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
And I think a couple other things, too.
Yeah.
He's great.
Does work all the time, man. The guy's great.
Yeah, I love that guys like that, honestly. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, fuck, he was great in Age of Ultron for the short scene that he was in.
Oh, yeah. Did you like Ultron as a villain? I kind of wish there was more of Ultron.
It worked. I liked the movie.
I liked the movie, too. I rewatched it again. I really like the Vision.
Yeah.
Do you think Vision is dead though? Think he's doomed?
He's so fucked.
Oh man.
I think he might be like the Adam Warlock of the movie version, where he's the one who's like, "Hey, I'm not dead. I'm in the thing. I'll help you."
He'll be like the last minute ditch effort.
Yeah.
Boom, superpower Kamehameha. Yeah, probably. Well, him and Hulk have to Hulk has to get a couple in there.
Hulk has defeated every major Avengers villain, or at least done a lot to defeat every major Avengers movie villain. He has to have a big moment.
How many characters do you think are going to be in that movie?
All of them.
They're trying to just shove them all in there.
Well, definitely all the Avengers and all of the Guardians at the very least. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the Netflix guys get in there.
I think they're trying to get everybody in. So, and did you hear? That's something that we could wrap up on. Apparently, Disney is trying to buy the X-Men rights and Fantastic Four.
They'll probably get the Fantastic Four. X-Men's going to be a bit harder. I mean, to be fair, I don't think fucking Fox knows what to do with the X-Men.
Anymore.
Once Hugh Jackman left, they're like, fuck.
You're telling me you're not interested in the New Mutants horror movie?
It looks interesting. I don't know if it's going to be good.
It's different, though.
It's different. It's definitely wow, I would never have thought of that.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, what is this? Oh, it's an X-Men thing. Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be good. I didn't hate Apocalypse as much as everyone else did.
I liked Apocalypse. I don't understand the hate on that one, honestly. Is it just too much of the same?
I guess. And also, the new cast isn't as good as the old cast. I was really hoping that Apocalypse would be with the last hurrah for the old cast.
That would have been cool.
I was really let down that wasn't.
I will stand.
And the whole prequel, I'm not as invested in the prequel shit.
No.
I'm really not.
Maybe not, but yeah, I think some of the young people they've gotten are pretty good. I like Cyclops, I like Nightcrawler.
Still, I'm just not as invested in the prequel stuff.
But the thing is, the original crew is probably too old to do much more.
That's why I want Apocalypse to be like their last hurrah, because we got them back, and they fixed the timeline, and then when they proceed to fuck it up again.
Well, after Hugh Jackman's done, they're
and then probably, like Logan, like the X-Men timeline's fucked, because after Logan happens, like that. What time does that take place? What is this
Troll, it's kind of funny how things come full circle. We live in an age where comic book movies are becoming the most popular things, but they're starting to replicate some of the problems of the comics, like X-Men's timelines, bad in the comics.
But technically, but everything's like hey in the X-Men one. They don't reboot fucking shit in X-Men. They keep X-Men same for the most part.
Everything is always somewhere referenced. Like remember Caliban? Caliban, he's always there somehow and dying.
Like the only thing they like take back are the really dumb stuff, like you know how like Cyclops and Havoc's parents don't work on each other. They used to be all siblings. Mm-hmm. I mean, so like, no, that's stupid. We'll take that back. But still, same thing with Cyclops and Havoc.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I thought that was something interesting, though. Hopefully, if Marvel does get a hold of X-Men, I'd love to see it done at least more colorfully. So
yeah, they'll definitely come up with the costumes at least.
I have a theory they just kind of want to get the rights back so they can use Doom, though. Because really, Doom in a Marvel movie would be awesome.
That's Avengers 5 right there.
There you go.
They do Masters of Evil.
Yes, all the bad guys together.
Like that's one thing Justice League could have done. That they didn't do that. They could beat Marvel as a supervillain team up to go against superheroes.
That's true. That would be different.
That hasn't happened yet.
To go against another group of heroes, no. They haven't even had many like villain team ups like their actual team.
Yeah.
They were teasing Sinister Six before. I hope they can give us that finally because I want that Sinister Six movie. I want it.
Well, the next one's Scorpion, right?
I didn't hear that. Is it?
Well, that's who you saw at the end of the last part of Home movie.
And they had, what was it, Shocker was in there before. They already built up a couple villains, possibly. Tinker was there. So if Tinker is there and he's making stuff, there could be other villains. I know they've had it in the works. Sony wanted to do it, so that's
Sony's doing Venom. There's no way that movie can be good. Because I stand by the fact that a Venom movie can't work without Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was a Venom solo movie, right?
There's no way that's going to be good. Venom is not a good hero. He's not a good anti-hero.
Well,
Venom's a great villain. He's a shit anti-hero. I lived through the 90s. I can tell you that.
Well, I mean, a lot of people like Venom. He was at least a moneymaker at one point.
Like I said, he's a great villain. He is a shit hero.
Well, that's kind of weird that they would do him as a solo movie before establishing him as Spider-Man.
Well, that's because they don't own Spider-Man Homecoming. Like, because their Spider-Man's dead. Now that Spider-Man Homecoming is like, well, we still have Venom. We can do something with Venom. Like,
so Marvel didn't buy the rights to Venom? He has separate rights?
I don't know. Maybe. Like, Sony had Venom for Spider-Man 3 at the very least. So they might still have some rights with them. It's like, well, we got to make another movie with them in order to keep the rights to this guy, like they did, like Fox did with Fantastic Four.
And they somehow left out a couple characters to be in the Avengers with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Well, Quicksilver's never was technically Avengers.
Yeah,
that's how they got with it. I think they were Avengers before they were X-Men.
Well, technically they were Brotherhood villains before they were Avengers. They were in X-Men comics for. The point I'm trying to get at is that movie rights are weird. I don't know how they figured this stuff out.
Hugh Jackman said he might come back for the MCU, though.
If he could be in the Avengers. And that would be awesome.
He has to fight Hulk, though. If that happens. Like, that has happened too many times in the comics. That's how fucking Wolverine first appeared, was fighting the Hulk.
He was a Hulk villain, a short-lived Hulk villain when he got flung across Canada.
That was an interesting fight because you watched the original ones. It was back before adamantium was the greatest thing ever. Mm-hmm. So the big problem was that the Hulk couldn't hit the little fucker because he was
fast
little dodgy little bastard. But the fucking adamantium claws couldn't hurt the Hulk, which is kind of hilarious if you look at it now.
Yeah,
that's not how those fights go at all. Now, like Hulk just beats on him, but he doesn't die.
Yeah, he just keeps coming back. Yeah,
and like Wolverine like slashes him, but Hulk kills.
Yeah, so it's kind of never-ending battle, basically.
Well, until Hulk finally knocks him out.
Or throws him far away, yeah. But, that's the thing about Wolverine is he can take a beating. He can take a beating really good.
Alright. So you think anyone's dying? Because one of the things a lot of people, for some reason, have a problem is like people don't die in superhero movies. Like, no, they don't.
You want to make
they don't die in fucking comics either. For the most part. And when they die, they come back. Yeah, but do you think anyone's dying in the Avengers movie?
Well, I think we decided Vision is probably got to be out. He
might come back though. Is what I'm saying. I think he might just be alive at the crystal, and then they put it back on the head.
Honestly, I think they might kill Tony, just because Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to keep doing these. But I know they might kill Cap. The only reason I have a theory about that is it's kind of cheating because I remember I saw an article about like how many movies all these actors had contracts for, and the person that had the most apparently was the guy that plays Winter Soldier, and I was thinking, well, who else would take over for Cap? It would be him, which sucks because I really like Steve in this, but if there was somebody that sacrificed himself, I could see it being him too.
I can also see the Hulk going out because they, like I said, they can't make another Hulk movie because
the Universal
has the rights, and that would up the game for any future movies because they can't have Hulk come in and solve everyone's problems by punching in the face again.
Exactly, they'd have to make full Hulk movies and focus on them more.
So I can't imagine the Hulk dying. About Thanos. And
that would kind of work for the tragedy of his character because what else is he going to do, basically?
So there are one or two things I want to see happen from the comics for the Hulk. Either a plant-sized, huge mountain range type thing. He's falling Griffin. He needs to do the whole up thing, or they do a thing where Thanos is pushing him back. And all this flesh is getting blown on itself, but he still makes there, punches him out, and screams to have all his flesh come back. Ooh. Either one, these are two major things from the comics I really want to see in the movies.
I think one might be harder to animate, but I think that him holding up a mountain to save everybody would be pretty awesome.
Supposedly, I will listen to the commentary for Avengers 2. Mm-hmm. I think he was supposed to catch Sokovia. But then they said, no, we need to say that for another movie. Which, that would have been fucking cool.
I was kind of half expecting that. They could make it But think about it. If it didn't crash, they couldn't have had Civil War because of Zemo and his family and all that.
Plenty of people still died.
I guess you're right. But that was their reasoning there.
Yeah.
But, man, I think that some people will probably die in Infinity War because who knows what they're going to do for the next phase. But
I want Masters of Evil.
Master V will be good. I just want more Spider-Man. That I want with Spider-Man villains.
Let's hope we can do a whole series of one Spider-Man.
Let's
hope we can get the 4 movies with one Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, he's a young enough actor. If they hold on to him and if he does well, I'd like to see a completed storyline for Spider-Man in movies. Because I guess with the Raimi...
I didn't like the Raimi ones. I'm sorry. I stand by that. I didn't like any of the Raimi ones.
Well, I have problems with them too, but now that I think about it, I guess the arc was sort of complete. Though they planned a 4th movie, so I don't know.
4th movie was so bad. You hear what they're going to do with that?
It was supposed to be the Vulture and the Vulturians, and Gwen Stacy was going to be a Vulture. I know. But the funny thing is, in a way, the plans for that, you could see the beginnings of it, and it eventually became Homecoming with the Vulture with Michael Keaton. So there were some good after effects from those ideas, some old scripts there. But yes, I just want more Spider-Man, and hopefully a solo Hulk movie for Marvel will be good, and just more kick-ass Avengers stuff. Maybe bring in some new actors. I don't know, but they'll be good things. Until they start messing it up, I can't complain. I want another Ant-Man movie. Hell. I like Ant-Man. Ant-Man was good.
You know what? They fuck up at this point, they've earned it.
Well, they've had so many good movies. They haven't done any really majorly bad ones.
Even the ones I hate the most are still completely watchable.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3, still a good movie. I don't like it, but still a good movie in a weird way. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I have problems with it, but most of it's geeky, stuff that I'm mad about, with the Mandarin. But it's a well-made, well-acted, good-paced, action-packed movie. It's a bad movie by Marvel standards, but it's still a pretty good movie.
It's light years beyond most DC movies so far.
Yeah. I really want to get to the point where I can stop saying that, but well, we have yet to see. But yeah, man. On that note, I think we can wrap it up. Let us know in the comments stuff we talked about, your thoughts, guys. But I'm gonna say goodbye and say goodbye, Troll. Stay magical, everybody.